And now, making his way to the podcast studio all the way from Sacramento, California, he eats, sleeps, and breathes pro wrestling. He is the best self-proclaimed pro wrestling analyst in the world. Wrestling is still real to him, and he is here to keep good wrestling alive. He is the host of Snug Wrestling Podcast, the one, the only Edgar Avila.
What's up? What's going on, folks? Welcome back to Snug Wrestling. Long time no talk. My name is Edgar, and with the pay-per-views coming up here, the Great American Bash, it's coming up very, very soon. And I'm actually excited for this, so much so that I'm going to try and guess some of these matches and see if I can predict the outcomes and who's going to win here. But please be sure to follow at Snug Wrestling on all your social media platforms and tune in to listen to the reviews of this crazy sport that we love so much. So we have 7 matches for this pay-per-view. One of the matches, it's an 8-person mixed tag team match. Dragon Lee, Nathan Frazier, Yulisa Leon, and Valentina Feroz versus the Metaphor, Noam Dar, Oro Mensah, Shakara Jackson, and Lash Legend. So this is a mixed match, so it's going to be a combination of both male and female. And I'm going to have to go with Dragon Lee here and his team, only because Dragon Lee, I'm a fan of. Him and his brother Roosh are from the same hometown as my parents, believe it or not. And that's really the only reason why I have to support the fellow Jalisciense from Tala. And also, Dragon Lee, he's a pretty good wrestler. I've seen his work. Ever since I started watching NXT, all I've seen from Noam Dar is him in a wheelchair. So I'm not too sure about the other team, so I'm going to go with Dragon Lee here. The triple threat match for the NXT North American Champion, Dirty Dom Mysterio versus Wesley versus Mustafa Ali. This is going to be a really good match, but I'm going to have to go with my boy Dom. Dom, he's on a winning streak. He just beat Wesley and also Sami Zayn and Butch as well. And also, you have to consider that Rhea Ripley is most likely going to be out there, as well as the Judgment Day. Mustafa Ali and Wesley, both two really good wrestlers, and even though I'm not a real big fan of these multi-man matches, I'm predicting a good match with Dominic Mysterio retaining the North American Championship. For the NXT Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton got over with me since the very, very first time I saw her, which was not that long ago. It was pretty recent. She had a singles match on NXT a couple weeks ago and cut a promo, and I thought she was really good. There's a reason why Tiffany Stratton is holding the strap, but people love Thea Hale. Thea Hale unofficially made Tiffany Stratton tap, but the referee didn't see it, which is the reason why this is a submission match now. But I'm going to have to go with Tiffany Stratton here. She just looks like a much bigger star than Thea Hale, and I'm sure can cut a way better promo. The NXT Tag Team Championship match, Gallus, which is Mark Coffey and Wolfgang versus the family, Tony D'Angelo and Stax. I think we're going to have new tag team champions here, folks. Tony D'Angelo made his big return from the Slammer recently, and this story seems to be getting over with the fans down there on NXT. Stax, he's had a couple good matches recently, and he's been looking good. And they even won their last match on NXT, their tag team match. So with all this good momentum, it's looking like we're going to have new NXT Tag Team Champions. Gable Stevenson versus Baron Corbin. Gable Stevenson is going to have to win this match. This is his debut match in WWE NXT, and he's been hyped up a lot. Gable Stevenson has. So he has to show up here and show what he's got. Also, Baron Corbin, he's known to do a lot of jobs for people, and he can make the other wrestlers look really good. Another match that I'm looking forward to, and I'm predicting Gable Stevenson to be the winner. Roxanne Perez versus Blair Davenport in a Weapons Wild match. I'm assuming this is a no DQ, anything goes. They had a big brawl at some convenience store last Tuesday, so this is a grudge match. These two women do not like each other, and we're going to have a no DQ match here. I'm going to have to go with the heel here, Blair Davenport. She's bigger, she's taller. Roxanne, she's an underdog here, but I think Blair Davenport is going to outsmart Roxanne and take the victory here. And the main event, this one is going to be a good one. Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov in a singles match for the NXT Championship. I've seen a lot of these two guys lately. Carmelo Hayes, he had a match versus Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw, which Finn Balor won, but Carmelo Hayes looked really good. This guy, he's a working champion. He's had matches on NXT every week, I believe, the past couple of weeks. And this guy can go in the ring, but so can Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov recently defeated Braun Breaker in the #1 contenders match to face Carmelo Hayes at the Great American Bash. But to me, Ilya Dragunov, he stands out the most here. He's been beating a lot of big names down there on NXT and really making a name for himself. So I think Ilya Dragunov, he's destined to be the next NXT champion. So I'm going to go with Ilya Dragunov to win this one and becoming the new NXT champion. Those are my predictions. Let's see how many I can get right here, but we'll find out after the Great American Bash. I hope you guys are excited for it. I know I am. This is going to be a really interesting show. Let me know what you guys think about this card for the Great American Bash. Hit me up at Snug Wrestling, and we'll talk soon.